my superintendent's briefing is it's shorter this evening, trustees, because we're doing a big summer update. So most of the items will live over there. But I felt like we needed to mention, because it ran in all of the media today, and it's so exciting, our SAT scores that were just released this morning, just yesterday at 10 a.m. From the spring 2017 testing cycle. So this is just a preview, because trustees, we do not have our student group data. We haven't been able to look deep into this yet. But the test was given to all of our 11th grade students in April of 2017. As you can see in the Free report, the Free Press article, we have 2 schools that made the top 10 in the state list. Community High School at 1215 and Skyline High School at 1205. And I will point out that both of those scores are dramatic increases from the previous year, because we believe our most important competitions are with ourselves. And so both of those schools really soaring up there. I wish that the article had carried more robust information, but those folks like us are probably still digging in to the data because we just received it. Though this is only the second year, trustees, you recall very clearly that we received a little surprise and heard about it on the news. That the state was changing from ACT to SAT a couple of years ago. And so this is only our second set of scores. So it's a little bit early in our process, but we're delighted to share that the overall SAT average in the district has increased from 1159 to 1194. So community, that is a 35-point increase from one year to the next, and considering that we have approximately 1,200 students take this exam every spring, that's a strong showing, preliminary data. So we're very proud. Right behind those top 10 scores you see, I want to mention Pioneer was at 1202. So just 3 points behind Skyline, and Huron's at 1196. So all of our high schools right there at the top, and Pathways, we'll talk more about that as we move forward and look more thoroughly at their data. They have a much smaller group because of the age of their students. So we look forward, trustees and community, to having the opportunity. I have the great pleasure of just living around a bunch of data geeks that love, just like I do, to dive into this data and see where our celebrations are, and more importantly, where our opportunities lie to make our data better and to make the experience for kids and for students much stronger. So we'll be in deep analysis of this SAT achievement information, and with the board and community, we'll be sharing a little bit later this fall a more in-depth look once we have an opportunity to do all of the comparative analyses and internal analyses to learn how to serve our students better. So I thank you for the opportunity to share that great news. I wanted you to also get to see, trustees, we've been using, as I shared with you in retreat last week, we've been using the theme Inspire. And I know you all are working and you're busy and you have activities, but we've been running a feed on the front page of our webpage for the last 2 days that just shows what everyone is up to. So Andrew's going to start a Storify that will just take you on a tour. What I love about this social media tool is that I haven't mastered being in more than one place at one time. I wish that I could master that skill, but through this tool, you can see all 32 of our buildings and what they were doing over the past 2 days, as well as our professional development that occurred today. So we're using 2 hashtags this year, the A Together from last year. We felt like that would continue to serve us. And then we added the hashtag Inspire A2. And so he's pulled together those 2 feeds that have been running on the front page of our website, and Storify just actually connects them all together. We just really appreciate the efforts of all of our teachers and our TAs, and everybody was out today. All of our buildings were full except for one building where the city needed to do a water repair. So I just appreciate everybody scrambling around and running to a different school when we found out about that. So we're all good to go. And then if it's okay, trustees, if you're still up for it, the 2017-18 message debuted across our schools yesterday. We have held it from public release because we always have that things come to the board first. So I heard today that some folks saw it yesterday and had sneaked it out ahead of tonight, and that's just really funny. But at any rate, you're gonna see it, and then we'll do the release, public release for the community. But it's our 2017-18 welcome video. It's a great day in the Ann Arbor Public Schools as we join together to celebrate the opening of a brand new 2017-18 school year. Welcome to each of you. We're so pleased that you are here. Today, we begin to unwrap this school year to see what opportunities the year holds for each of us, individually, across our classrooms and on our teams, and in our Ann Arbor Public Schools community. It's an excellent time to focus in, to gain clarity on what matters most in our work together for children. We are reminded of the Ann Arbor Public Schools catchphrase, lead, care, inspire. And we continue with these three words as our Ann Arbor Public Schools mantra. We know that lead, care, inspire aren't just what we do. These words represent who we are as educators, students, leaders, and as an Ann Arbor community. During this 2017-18 school year, we will focus on inspire. At first, the theme inspire may seem incompatible against the backdrop of the turbulent times in which we live. We can't help but be reminded daily of the negativity, marginalization, and polarization prevalent across our country. Escalating tensions with race relations, terrorism, hatred, bigotry, and mistrust. At times like these, we are reminded of the words of Dr. Martin Luther King. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. So we will focus this year on inspire. The meaning of the word is interesting. Inspire, to spark or ignite, to animate, enliven, invigorate. We know that when we are inspired, we are moved above our current experience. When we are intentional about inspire, we are mindful of our actions to lift up others. We are aware of the profound impact that our daily work can have on students and on each other, not just today, but into the future. We know the Ann Arbor Public Schools experience has inspired students for generations. Several successful alumni shared how they were inspired right here in the Ann Arbor Public Schools.
I think one of my inspirations was all of the different challenging things that I had to do in school that really pushed me to think outside the box and think more creatively with different solutions. And I attribute that to a lot of my different teachers and how they were able to creatively come up with ways to get me to learn things that I didn't think that I had to learn.
It was a 3rd and 9, and it was a very close game. I go and the ball hits me right in the hands. I dropped it, and I'm going back to the sideline, holding my head down, and my position coach comes over, gives me a pat on the back and says, "Hey, Lamar, there's still 14 minutes left in this game. You're going to have another shot at this." And so I did end up getting another catch in that game, and it was important to my team. So it's the people that said, "Hey, we're going to be here and support you, that I have your back, that we love and still believe in you, even when you fail."
The caring and support and dedication that I've seen by teachers, and even now as I've gotten involved with the Booster Club at Ann Arbor Huron High School, to see the dedication that the coaches and administrators and teachers have going above and beyond every day, that's truly inspiring.
The most inspirational teacher that I had was actually, ironically, a teacher that I didn't even attend the class. Mr. Merckx was the yearbook advisor. He was also a track coach, and I happened to be in both yearbook and track because of Mr. Merckx. The understanding of putting 110% into everything you do, being committed and focused on what you enjoy as a career, but also at the same time being polite and respecting others, follows me throughout my entire career. And because of that, and because of Ann Arbor schools and because of Mr. Merckx, I'm just a better person in my career.
Well, definitely seeing the dedication of the teachers that I had throughout my time in Ann Arbor Public Schools was inspirational, and to see sort of the selflessness and dedication that they put into their job, I think that was inspirational to me in terms of what it means to be a public servant.
A lot of the teachers and counselors and administrators at Ann Arbor Public Schools are dedicated to making sure that their students have the most opportunities to learn in real-world situations and to make connections with people outside of school that can help them move forward.
This school really not only instilled in me a sense of the importance of diversity and how we can all come together no matter where we're from and work together, but it also taught me how to build relationships and how to make them last, and how to be able to draw from those experiences and strengthen how you contribute to your community.
I think Ann Arbor really gave me the environment to move forward and to spread my wings, to go places I never planned to go to begin with. But it all started right here in this town, to give me the urge, the desire, and the training to make sure that I could take on whatever came my way.
To inspire, we will consider the ways we deliver a consistent message of hope and optimism, ensuring that our classrooms and our schools are safe and welcoming for all. In the Ann Arbor Public Schools, we view diversity as our strength. We respect and value each of our students and staff for exactly who they are. Regardless of national origin, race, religion, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. When we inspire, we know that all our students are welcomed. We embrace students facing social emotional concerns, special needs, poverty, language, and physical differences. Each and every child on each and every day. To inspire, we ensure a human connection. We must deepen our determination to keep the focus on the child, on teaching and learning. We must work with our parents and our community in understanding how best to support their children. Inspire is powered through moments of human connection and relationship. During this 2017-18 school year, I know that we will inspire in the face of our challenges. As an Ann Arbor Public Schools team and across our community, we inspire. We will live our commitment to inclusion, access, equity, and opportunity for every child. We will inspire and lift up our children and each other above any negative narrative. Our 18,000 children are depending on each and every one of us to get this right. This is our Ann Arbor Public Schools story of success for every child. We will inspire for all our children. We wish you a wonderful 2017-18 school year. Let's inspire a together today.
Go Rams.
That's Mr. Andrew Cluley and Mr. Scott Nadeau behind the camera who did that. Thank you.